Man, what's up, brother?
What's up, my friend?
Yeah, just trying to enjoy my new year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. What's up, guys? It's Brian.
Jesse.
You're watching MMA the hard way in the car. Well, starting off 2014 with a pretty cool event. We got UFC going to Georgia and the fight night. I think it's Fight Night 35. And they've got 12 fights scheduled. And it's interesting because you don't have any real superstars on the card, but if you were to individually add these up, you know, you got 4 middleweight bouts, 4 lightweight bouts, and every one of these guys is hungry.
Yep.
You know, and so what I thought we'd do is we'd just break down the card in rapid succession and just see who we think is going to win, and then we'll start keeping score.
Right on, right on.
2014, brother. So I guess first up, probably Facebook fight. Guy with probably the most hard to pronounce name in the UFC.
I'm not even going to attempt that.
It's Alptekin. Ozkilic. I probably didn't even get that right. Sorry, guys. But yeah, he's going up against undefeated Smolka.
Yep.
And I think now Smolka's making his debut. So this should be pretty interesting. A little barn burner. You know, these guys both have been winning. You got an undefeated guy going up against a guy that's on a 4-fight win streak. But I see Smolka actually getting a submission in this one.
Nice.
Just, you know, he's got a lot more wins by submission.
Nice.
Yeah.
Up next, you got Vinc Pichel versus Garett Whiteley, lightweight affair. You know, this one I can't. You know, it could go either way. I give the win over to Vinc. He's got that KO power, so I'm gonna go over in that direction.
Yep. I think the records are the same. I think they're both 7-1, and I would say that I think Pichel's going to get the knockout. He's hungry. He needs it.
Yeah, he does really need it. Up next, you have Trevor Smith versus Brian Houston. Also, this is a middleweight. Now, Brian lost his debut against Brunson.
Yeah, Derek Brunson. Yep.
And you know, that's going to be Trevor's. You know, he's got 2. He's got to win this one.
Yeah, I think Trevor's going to pull this off. I think he's on the chopping block. You know, the guy's got 9 submissions. I think he's going to win this by submission as well. I think it might just be sub night. I don't know. You know how these cards go.
And then up next, you got John Moraga versus Dustin Ortiz. Yeah. That's going to be a very fast fight.
Moraga coming off that fight against Demetrius Johnson. You know what we always say about, you know, you coming off a title fight.
You're going to come back better and hungrier.
You're going to be better with it. Fighting one of the best fighters in the world.
I see John taking this one. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he's been facing that level of competition. You know, obviously, the other kid Dustin is you know, yeah, he's earned his way to this. I just don't think he's going to be able to deliver.
Yeah, I mean,
the
like
Duke Rufus guy, though.
Yeah, that is true. You know, that is true. Up next, you got Isaac Vallie-Flagg versus Elias Silverio. You know, both of them 5 win streaks. Both have KO power. Man,
dude, Isaac, 14-3, has not lost since 2007.
I was about to say, that's insane.
Dude.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I give that one over to Isaac myself.
Yeah, I think he's going to take it. He's a Jackson's guy, well-rounded. I think that Silverio has a speed advantage, but overall, I think that Flagg's going to end up with using his superior technique and get the knockout.
Up next, you have Justin Edwards versus Ramsey Nijem. You know, both of them. Well, Ramsey's on a 2 losing streak, so this might, you know, this might be it for him. He has to win this one.
Yeah, he's 3-3 in the UFC.
Yeah,
it's hard to say who's going to show up. You know, I mean, how hungry is he going to be?
He did great when he was on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
He did spectacular. He was doing great. I don't know why. I see this one going towards Justin Edwards myself.
Yep, I picked Justin Edwards with a submission win. And I just think hungry guys are going to find a way to win, and they're not going to want to leave it to a decision.
No.
You know?
Up next, you have Cole Miller versus San Sicilia.
You know, both those guys are known for not putting on boring fights.
No.
I mean, Cole Miller, I mean, he's been slaying dudes. You know, I didn't realize that Cole Miller's been pro since 2005.
That's nuts.
Jeez,
and he's young.
He's a veteran.
And he's young, too.
And
I mean,
he was, one of the first lightweights. It was in that first batch of lightweights.
Yep. He's been here for a while.
Yeah, so I actually think that he might be a little bit past his prime now, and I think that Sam Sicilia is going to win by decision.
I call it Sam Sicilia, but I call it by submission.
Oh, okay.
I call it by submission myself. I call it by submission. Up next, Derek Brunson versus Yoel Romero Palacio.
Yeah. I mean, these are two guys that
we're getting up to the middleweights. You know they're going to pack some power.
Yeah. Brunson's a Jackson's guy. You know, very well rounded. He's got wins in a bunch of different ways. But Palacio is a knockout master.
He's got
all
bricks.
of his wins are by slaying dudes.
Bricks for hands.
But I don't know. Who do you think's going to pull that one off?
You know what? I'm going to go for Palacio on that one myself.
I gotta say, I choose him as well.
He's
going to knock out this Jackson kid and show everybody up.
Just that power.
Next one, I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah,
TJ Dillashaw and Mike the Hulk Easton.
Oh man, that could just go pretty much anywhere. Now Mike's got, he's lost the last two. Last one being Brad Pickett, so he's got to win this one. So he's going to be hungry for this one. Man,
Dillashaw, he pulled off one of those. I'm going to look low and hit high.
Yep.
And head kick.
Yep.
And he was one of the first big bumps we saw from the Dwayne Big Ludwig improvement.
Yeah.
I think he's going to continue that winning streak. I pick Dillashaw.
I'm going with as much as I like Mike Easton, I'm going for TJ on this one too. He's just really well rounded, and for such a small guy, he's got freaking knockout power. Up next, they brought him back.
The return of the Spaniard.
Yep.
Spaniard.
Charlie Brenneman versus Brunel Dorish, I believe.
I don't know that guy. Don't know too much about him.
Making a debut.
Yeah.
So, he's on a 5-win streak. Charlie Brenneman's on a 4-win streak, after being let go of. He's famous for that Rick Story upset, man. That was just nuts.
And the guy he's facing comes from Vandelay's team.
Vandelay.
So, boy, it makes you wonder what's up with this kid. They're putting him up against the Spaniard. Spaniard, excellent wrestling.
Yep.
Beat Rick Story back in the day, Earned his way back in. Ooh, boy, this could go either way.
You know what? I'm going to go Benel only because I love freaking Vanderlei. I know what kind of beast training he puts his people through.
Well, to make it interesting, I'm going to go with the Spaniard, and I'm going to say that he's going to submit him.
Okay, all right.
Use his wrestling and submit him.
Right on. Lawrence Larkin versus Brad Tavares, middleweights.
Oh, man, a couple of guys that can boom, out go the lights.
They have both knockout power. Yeah. Man, this could just pretty much go anywhere. They're not going to go to the ground. They're going to keep it standing.
Larkin, of course, a millennia MMA guy, which is in our neck of the woods. And Brad Tavares, oh boy, he had been on tour for a long time. I'm not sure if he still trains there or not. He's on a 4-fight win streak, and
I'm leaning on Brad on this one myself.
Brad, okay.
I'm leaning on Brad on this one myself.
I'm gonna go with Larkin.
Right on.
I'm gonna say KO.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
So then we got the main event. We got Luke Rockhold versus Philippou. Philippou has been quietly getting himself into title contention.
Yep, I was about to say.
Yeah. Both very, very. they got about the same amount of fights, almost the exact same records, and same experience-wise. I think you'd have to give a power advantage to Philippou.
He does have the power advantage.
Unbelievable, just specimen of. He's
got it.
Rockhold, definite speed advantage.
Yeah, very fast. Now he's coming off a loss, but come on, to Vitor Belfort, that's a given. Highlight high, like
gosh.
just to the face. Just
Rockhold was slaying dudes up till that.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be very, very competitive. You know, it's the kind of fight though that I think is gonna go to a decision because it's just they're gonna
go back and forth.
I think Rockhold's gonna stay away from getting taken down, and he's gonna stay away from getting too close as far as getting struck. I think it's gonna be a war. I think they're gonna damage each other. I pick Rockhold by decision though, based on his speed.
I go with Luke myself as well. You know, he's just gonna have that speed advantage. He's gonna be able to, you know, Costa's coming with that big overhand right or that sneaky left, but you know, Luke's gonna be able to, you know, use angles to try and avoid that.
I think so too. So hey, please comment below. Tell us who you think's gonna win, and we're keeping track. And anyone that picks all the winners, I think is gonna get
We'll do something cool.
Something pretty cool. So please check us out, MMAthehardway.org, and follow us on Twitter.
Take care, my friends.